right, so we are getting ready for our family cruise. This is really exciting, but one of the many things we got to take care of is everybody needs their vaccination cards. We have to have all their documentation, and on top of that, we have to go and show up with a negative COVID test within 2 days of departing. So that's where the stress is a lot about this travel with the cruise. So we want to talk about our experience using the online validation version. So how much did these cost?
All right. So I ordered this. We're cruising on Carnival, and through their website, you can order these from Abbott, or it's actually Optum Health. And I think there were a two-pack is $69.99. And these are the ones that they recommend. It's a telehealth. So you log onto the computer and they watch you do your test. It's interesting. We had a lot of problems. We were doing it on Christmas Eve, which we figured would be busy, and there was a wait time. And as the day went on, the wait time increased. So we had to wait longer and longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point, I was stuck on the screen that said, "We will be with you shortly," forever. So I logged out and had to log back in. And you can only do one person at a time.
Mm.
So
what you had to do is, as an adult, we had to, or as a parent, we had to set up a master account, and then we had to have our kids under that account because you had to show ID, you had to validate, and what was it? You had to actually do the test for your kids, right?
yeah.
So whoever's account was, it has to do it, right?
Well,
is that how it works, or was it because?
Yeah, but then I read, and then it said if they're 15 and older, they can do the test.
So 15-year-olds can stick it.
But I still did it for my 15-year-old, but I don't know if they knew she was 15 or not.
No, which we have film of that, so you can.
She's gonna love me. Okay. But
yeah.
You basically log on. They tell you exactly what to do. Do not open the test until they tell you to.
Yeah, it is sealed, and they want to see the
They want to make sure that no one's messing around with them. And they have you open it up.
And they have a QR code that's specific for each test and lot.
You have to scan the QR code. There's actually a QR code on the testing card that you use. And they watch you. You have to point the camera at the card. That's one of them.
Here's one of the cards. So we're going to show you some of the tests and some of the experiences we had with
So there's the QR code on here. And you had to hold it up to your camera on your laptop, and they had to scan it. And you had to hold your ID up so they could see your ID. And then they watch you set the test up.
Mm-hmm.
They had you
it was quite
move the camera down so they could see the test and watch you. And they had to watch you swab and then put the swab into the test and everything. Okay.
Peel off the adhesive liner from the right edge of the test card. Close the left side of the card and keep the card face up on the table. In a moment, we will activate your timer. The test card.
So basically, if you're going to set this up, do it on a table where you have lots of room. You have to use a laptop. I didn't see the ability to do it on a cell phone or anything.
I mean, I guess you could. You had to log on to their website, but I guess if you needed to, you could use a cell phone.
But what we had to do was position the computer so it was almost closed so that the camera on the top, or if you have a separate webcam, the camera on the laptop had to look down at the table and see the test and what was going on, including putting droplets into the little hole and putting the swab into the cassette. So it was challenging, but doable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it is time consuming.
And then they set a timer for 15 minutes, and you couldn't touch it, but the camera had to sit there and look at the test on the table for 15 minutes. At that point in time, they said you can run around and do what you want, but you had to come back because when the timer goes off, you're supposed to go then and have your results validated, right? And that's somebody else comes on and explains to you about the testing results. I did it. It went real smooth. I logged in. It said 10-minute, and I saw the timer tick down, and it got to, okay, somebody will be with you shortly. And within 3 minutes, I heard a tone and somebody with a strange foreign accent saying, "Can you hear me?" And yeah, I did it. It went smooth. I got my results. I'm negative. Yay. So I can go, and it was done. You, on the other hand, a little bit more of a struggle.
Yeah.
We're not sure why. We're both running on the Wi-Fi. Maybe it's a Wi-Fi thing. We told the kids to get off the Wi-Fi just in case there was like a streaming issue or.
Yeah, I don't know. He got right on. I logged on before him, waited less time, and he ended up talking to someone before me.
So basically, you're going to give you a card that looks like this, and it has a couple little holes here that you put the solution in, and then you slide the little thing in there underneath and twist and turn like that. Then there's a little sealant here, and then you close it over, and here's the test strip, and the solution will move up along the test strip, and it'll have a control which indicates that the test worked, and then if it's positive or negative, another line, similar to like the pregnancy tests, right?
Yeah.
But there was a problem with one. It was kind of funny, and it really, basically, the strip that was recording, the strip was shifted up a little bit out of the window, so the control wasn't observed. You couldn't see it. We didn't notice it at the time. We just went ahead and did the test. And what ended up happening is that
this one.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's no.
You can get in.
I can't really see. There's no lines.
So
there.
What ended up happening is
There
that
we
the
go.
test was invalidated because you couldn't see the control sign. That was frustrating, first of all, because we waited all that time.
But it is there. You can see, but it's just above the window. So her test was invalid.
Which caused a panic. Because
Which took forever, first of all, to even get it done.
Mm.
And then I was like, okay, well, then they'll just let us just redo it. No, you have to log back on again.
With a new test.
To find some, and to connect with another person.
Mm-hmm. So that was...
We said, forget it. The reason we ordered these is because we had to test on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew that there probably would not be a lot of options open. And I ordered these before the window opened to getting appointments at Walgreens or CVS.
Mm-hmm.
CVS ended up not doing any testing here locally where we live on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. So that put us in a real pickle. So we ended up getting some at Walgreens, but they don't book out until about a week before.
So
and I ordered these tests
before
the test, just in case.
Because if you pay to have tested at the port, it was some kind of...
I think it's $100 or more. I don't really remember.
Yeah, so they really...
A person, and we have 7 people going.
Yeah,
so.
Didn't feel like doing that. Yeah.
No.
So, I don't know. The Walgreens, yeah, it was about a week out, but we already ordered these tests because about 2 weeks out, we didn't notice anything for CVS. So we're like, okay, let's just order the tests. And Walgreens will be a backup. And I'm glad we did because one of the tests didn't work.
Yeah.
And then you quick ran out to Walgreens to get her retested. And meanwhile, after going through all this anguish and, in time waiting and not even sure if the test is going to be valid, I had set up tests for Walgreens for the boys. So I just jumped in the car and we all went. Now, the funny thing about Walgreens with the test, I pulled up, I separated them out by 30 minutes because I wasn't sure if I was going to have to do each kid. I showed up and she's like, you want to do all 4? And I was like, okay. So we just sat there and everybody jumped in the front seat, swabbed them, got it all done. And I got the results within an hour emailed to me.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. That was my only concern doing that.
And
I didn't know
free.
When it would, yeah.
Well, you didn't pay.
Yeah, I just was afraid that because of the holiday and because a lot of people are traveling, I didn't know how long we would get.
I went to go look.
To get the results
I went
back.
to go look on Walgreens, and there was no more bookings.
Yeah,
well, 2 days out.
I'm sure.
So if you're going to do it, you have to plan out, especially now with the new variant running around and everybody's testing, canceling flights. So you gotta be careful out there. But that was just a little experience with the at-home COVID validation tests, and I don't know.
hopefully this will help some of you. If you have any questions, ask them below, and maybe we can answer it for you. Hopefully we covered everything.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to remember.
Definitely order an extra test just in case.
Yeah, we're in a bunch of groups for cruising, and a lot of people said that they have had tests, either they ended up being invalid, or the dropper didn't have a solution, it was dried out, or just weird things. So we did have one extra just in case. So luckily it all worked out. But yes, that was very stressful yesterday trying to get everyone tested.
But I'll tell you what, if the test went smoothly, within 15 minutes, I had 30 minutes, I had to email me the results, the QR code, everything I would need to go on the cruise. So that was nice if it worked. Now, Walgreens, we weren't sure because they say up to 24 hours, but I got it within an hour.
Yeah, we did the rapid ID now. One at Walgreens, the antigen test isn't offered here locally.
And they had the PCR.
And then the PCR, which takes too long.
And luckily, that's accepted by the cruise line. There was a bunch of different tests that they accept.
Right, if you're vaccinated.
Yeah. Other than that, it was a little scare, but we got it. Everybody's tested negative, so we're all excited. We're packing up and getting ready to go. And tomorrow morning, right after Christmas, we take off and jump on the boat. So yeah, comment below if you've had experience with these tests. If you, we'd like to know, because it seems like, is there other options for these tests?
I believe there is another company that makes a similar one, but I don't remember.
Now, these are different than the ones that you can purchase at the store, right?
Right, because this comes with the telehealth visit.
Yeah, so...
They called it your guide.
Yeah, which is emed.com, and it was some...
Yeah.
We had to sign up and do an account, because I bought the same exact test at Walgreens. Right. It came in a 2-pack, but that one does not come with a validation.
You have to have someone watching you do it.
Don't go and order that one or pick that one up, think you can do it. You need somebody to actually watch you do it and validate it, that's why we went and spent the money and got it. But, all right.
All right. Well, like and subscribe. We're going to have some more videos about our cruise.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun.
Especially with a bunch of kids and in the middle of COVID here, or another surge in COVID. So, yeah, we'll let you know what's going on. We've already got an email saying that we may not even be able to go to our ports in the Bahamas, possibly because of the new variant. So we're not really sure. We're going to find out. More time on the boat. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll find something to do.
I like
more
CDs,
eating,
but...
right?
Yeah, more
eating and partying. All right, sounds like fun. All right, cool. Well, I'll see you guys next time. I don't know.
Bye.
Bye.